Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is North Star Reactions and Reviews and my name is Matthew. I hope you're all doing well and thank you for joining me for another video. I've got something new for you this time around. I will now begin my reactions to the Criminal Minds series. This is a very popular show that's been around since 2005 and was recently revived with the Criminal Minds Evolution series streaming exclusively on Paramount+. This is a brand new series for my channel, so I hope you all enjoy. We are starting from the very beginning with Season 1, Episode 1, titled Extreme Aggressor. I hope you all really like this episode and this series as we progress. Please, as always, I'd love to know your thoughts at the end of the video. Go ahead and comment them down below in the comments section. And because this is a really popular show and many out there have already seen it, and even if you haven't seen it and you're just watching it now for the very first time, I would like to ask that while viewing these videos, please no spoilers anywhere in the comments section or anywhere on the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. For those who haven't seen it, I don't want anything to be spoiled about future episodes or anything like that. If you could please respect that, and then we'll have a good time. But let's go ahead and jump right into this very first episode, Season 1, Episode 1, and see where we go. Hope you all enjoy, and as always, please like, subscribe, and share this video any way you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Here we go. Season 1, Episode 1. Seattle, Washington. It's so weird to see how old things really are these days. This is back in 2005, I believe. It's always raining in Seattle.
You know your Z's, I'm impressed. You should have your mechanic check it out anyway.
Okay.
How about I leave you my number and we can set it up?
Thank you.
I'm getting a bad vibe already.
So it's just right up here. Oh, that was...
Things aren't going so well. Ooh. Washington, D.C., okay.
Greek for valiant.
Let's call him Sergio.
Oh, please tell me you're kidding.
Butch?
How about Donald?
Look what it means.
It's perfect. Gideon Hotchner.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Gideon.
I know that actor there is Thomas Gibson.
Good bombs in train stations and movie theaters.
The mad bomber George Metesky.
Nice. Winners sit, losers drink.
Hold on. Metesky wasn't a serial killer. None of his advisory agents trying to get trainees drunk.
Excuse me.
Wow. Behavioral analysis unit. You work with
Anyone recognize these faces?
Victims of the footpath killer.
Well, that's what Virginia newspapers are calling him. We refer
BAU, FBI, Quantico, Virginia.
Repair. Works a menial job. I told him what
This here is Mandy
Don't be
Patinkin.
surprised to hear him speak with this.
I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly.
Not so.
If I'm a killer who has to use an immediate application of overpowering force, even out in the middle of nowhere, I lack confidence. I can't charm them into my car like Ted. Excuse me.
They're calling him the Seattle Strangler. 4 victims in 4 months. It keeps him alive 7
And the
days.
younger one is Matthew Gray Gubler.
Control the rate of suffocation.
Prolonged.
I'll look the case file over. I'll get some thoughts to you ASAP.
You're going to be with us in Seattle ASAP.
Ooh.
Drive and left this on the screen.
He wants to be caught.
For heaven's sake, catch
Her keeps them for more than 7 days, which means we have fewer than 36 hours to find her. They want you back in the saddle. You ready?
Looks like medical leave's over, boss.
Then we better get started.
There's my dog in the background.
The belief in a supernatural source of evil is not necessary. Men alone are quite capable of every wickedness.
Who's the lady, I wonder? Never could figure that one out.
His first victim was 26-year-old Melissa Kirsch. Strangulation with your bare hands is not as easy as one would believe.
Meredith Monroe, that's who the man's wife was. Ooh, this is not looking good.
I tell you about the tape.
Ouch. FBI Northwest Field Office. Okay.
What are we talking about?
Morgan, it's been 6 months. Everything's okay.
This is Special Agent Gideon, Special Agent Morgan, our expert on obsessional crimes, Special Agent Reed, and he drives a vehicle capable of concealing one.
1 in 7.4 drivers in Seattle owns an SUV.
Explorer with tinted windows.
Explorers rate higher with women.
But how do we know it's his car?
After the fourth body, he dumped that one out of state.
On purpose.
If so, knowledge of law enforcement does suggest a criminal record.
Or that he watches.
Well, this is starting off on the right foot.
So you want to see your profile by 4 o'clock today?
That's not a problem.
Agent Gideon, where would you like to start?
Morgan seems to be having a problem.
At the site of the last murder.
The Gideon. The one who caught that guy, Adrian Bale, in Boston.
Yep, that's him. But catching him cost us 6 agents.
What's he thinking?
$22-year-old Dan Cushing was found right here.
He's probably in his early 20s.
What's your reasoning?
Youthful arrogance.
He clear, don't you think? They're disposable. Why show remorse by taking the time to dress her, but then dump her here?
Good question.
You look too young to have gone to medical school.
There are PhDs, 3 of them.
Are you a genius or something?
I don't believe that intelligence can be accurately quantified, but I do have
Yeah,
IQ
he's a
187
genius.
and eidetic memory and can...
I feed her when Heather's away. Usually she's fine, but clearly she won't eat. It's almost like she can sense something's wrong.
Not sense, smell, or apocrine sweat.
Oh, but she's in the market for one. How'd you know? Come on, Sam.
How about the fact that on one hand, we have paranoid psychosis, but the autopsy protocol says what?
Adhesive residue shows he put layer after layer of duct tape over his victim's eyes.
He knows he won't convince his people largely soon. Paranoid psychosis, but behavior that's not paranoid. Maybe we just don't You know, we're looking at this for 12 hours. We're ready.
Reed, you good with this? We got a woman.
I know, Reed.
The unidentified subject is white and in his late 20s. He's someone you wouldn't notice at first. Petty
So
crime.
this is their profile of the suspect.
We've classified him as an organized
Or
killer.
subject.
Careful. Psychopathic as opposed to psychotic. He follows the news as our guest, Jeep Cherokee tinted windows. Murders have all involved rapes. But rape without penetration is a form of piquerism, and that tells us he is sexually inadequate. And now he feels persecuted and watched. Murder gives him a sense of pain. They will even come forward as witnesses to see just how much the police...
This is pretty good information.
That makes him feel powerful and in control.
We got ourselves a new one. New character.
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm house sitting down the street, and when I got back, the door was wide open and the lights weren't working.
Oh.
I feel stupid asking this, but is there someone who might be able to take...
Are you You sure you locked it?
Yeah.
Well, they have their suspect. And he doesn't look the least bit worried.
Emerson said, all is riddle.
Pause, but we won't be able to hold him. Schlesman's been at the top of the suspect list.
Is that the mother?
Grandmother. The mother died in a fire when he was 13.
Throwing him out was your idea, right? Greenaway?
Elle. I don't send a SWAT team into a house.
Elle Greenaway.
Hutch says your background is in sex offender cases. What can you tell us? You okay with Hutch being in on the interview?
I'd like him to lead, actually.
Ooh, I like her.
But hold off. Schlesman's done time and he knows the process. And all you will get now is
The only time you're going to see Little Leg from me is when I'm about to kick your ass.
Ooh, I really like her.
You had to hand over Quantico if you need a little brush up training.
Seriously.
Oh, we got the Jeep right.
everything else wrong. Body's had defensive wounds. Richard doesn't have a mark on him.
Something's wrong?
Something's not right about this.
Login password.
It was a false password.
Oh, I didn't know they had those back then.
Wei Chi. Here we call it Go. It's considered to be the most difficult board game ever conceived.
Chairman Mao required his generals to learn it.
It also looks like he's playing himself. Profiles for every player: the conservative point counter, the aggressor, the finesser.
What kind of player is Schlesman?
Extreme aggressor.
Hence the title of the episode, by the way.
Number of password attempts before the program wipes the hard drive.
There could be an email.
6
or a
tries,
channel
they got
on the
this.
computer, something that.
Fail better.
What lovely advice.
Try not. Do or do not.
Yoda.
Uh-oh. Walls are a little too green for my taste.
You read my paper. Learn anything?
Hiron said a man living in.
You have an academic interest in dissociative identity disorder. You're just planning your defense.
I'm a fan of yours.
Aha!
You know, they never give you the real facts about 3% certainty of dying.
Gideon doesn't look too pleased.
Even after you'd broken his ribs. Even after his blood was all over your hands. Brooklyn. Isn't she the girl?
What's going through his head, I wonder? He's thinking about something.
We don't know for how long.
Is it true what he said about CPR? I mean, I didn't know.
Want statistics on CPR? Ask Reed.
I want to know if you're okay. What is it?
Two different people.
Oh!
Second killer.
If it's a similar relationship.
They're not equal. Schlesman's smart, but he is a submissive personality.
So number 2 is the dominant.
If Richard's been up in the attic fantasizing about being an extreme aggressor, this guy showed him how to do it.
He helped him take the first step.
I think we should interview.
Might be a little hot. This is Schlesman.
Oh, that poor
The right guy.
lady.
I think the person we're looking for might be a friend of Richard's.
Oh, Richard never had many friends.
I need you to work me some magic here. I got a program called Deadbolt Defense on a girl with only a couple hours to live, so what do you know?
And you got a problem. Deadbolt's the #1 password crack resistant software out there.
You're gonna have to get inside this guy.
Well, there was this one young man. I think his name was Charlie.
Cross-reference Charlie for the second also. He's bigger, tougher. He could have protected Richard in person. Where were they incarcerated?
Cascadia. Less than a mile from here.
Let's go.
This is one way to try to find a password to a computer. Everyone has their process, I guess.
Guys, little help. Does senior management want a field assessment on Gideon?
Don't worry about it.
Are they nervous about him being in charge?
Aren't you wondering where that just sends house to Morgan?
I don't think it matters anymore.
Not the most friendly of places.
The farther back.
Tim Vogel was the security guard covering Schlesman's block. That's him over there. I'll get him for you.
How's Hodge?
Too bad you guys came here for nothing. I mean, talk about scum. I can't remember how many times we've been in solitary. Our job is protecting them from each other.
You protect them?
If you're a little wine, can
Thanks for your help.
You befriended Richard, protected him. Made him feel like he owed him.
If it's the problem.
Aha!
Be vocal.
What's he doing?
Lowering the room temp, the cold puts them on edge.
And I want you to write the name on the sides.
Whose name?
4 months investigative work, 1 file. And guess what, Richard? It's not your file.
Well, that's a mess.
Oh, come on. I need a password.
search sifted and sorted through every one of this guy's headbanging heavy metal collection.
We gotta find something. This girl was dead.
I think we may have missed the obvious.
What are you doing? All right, I'm an insomniac who listens to Metallica to go to sleep at night. What song could possibly speak to me?
Enter Sandman.
They call it reciprocity. They drop the price and...
He still doesn't look fazed by all this.
Obligated. There's a sudden pressure to... Reciprocal did you a favor. He protected you in prison, and now you feel like you owe him. And you need to protect him. Richard, I'm here to remind you of something. You owe him nothing.
More than any other in your file. Be patient. You want to stop him, you give me a reason.
His behavior. Dump a body.
Okay, do it.
All right, here we go.
FBI, put your hands up where we can see them.
Car's the same from the beginning.
Put your hands through the window now. And with your left hand, I want you to open the car door from the outside. Here.
What's a match? What's a match?
Ooh. Switched cars on them.
How do you know? Hodge, he's gonna kill her. He's heading there now. We need a location.
We don't have enough time to get it out of him.
Find something, Hodge, or that girl is dead.
Things just got intense.
Right there. Right there, you see that? The light bulb hanging from the wire?
You know, what about it?
She's on a boat? Where?
It's a pier or dock. He wouldn't be able to transmit the webcam image from the middle of the ocean.
You sure about this?
It's the best we got, Hodge. But even if we're right, getting the exact location's on you, my friend.
Vin's talking to Vogel. Vogel's nailing you to the wall.
Yeah, whatever.
Reciprocity.
He's looking a little nervous
Tell me
now.
where she is, and we make a deal. Is it a dock?
It's a shipyard. Allied shipyard.
Did they make it there in time? They've got to be right behind him.
Get on the phone.
There you go. She's fighting back.
Stop. I'll shoot her. I wouldn't. If I were you, I'd aim the gun at me. You shoot the girl, you got nothing. She ain't I'm stupid. I think you're an absolute moron. I know all about you, Tim. You're at the gym 5 times a week. You drive a flashy car, you stick a cologne, and you can't get it up. Fumbled your way into some girl's pants, and she started laughing when she got a good look at just how new you
Probably not the best way to go, Gideon.
I got it. Time you can.
Damn. He got shot. That had to hurt.
I suppose whether he's fit to be a field agent. You know, Haley and I were looking at a baby names book. Guess what Gideon means in Hebrew?
Mighty warrior. Gideon saved her life. It's good enough for me.
I don't know how y'all can sleep on planes.
You and Haley pick the baby's name yet?
You know, it's funny. Haley liked the name Charles. But, you know.
Kind of hard to feel good about catching one when you know there are 50 more still out there.
True.
Yeah, from an old profiler now, did you?
He knew all this time.
You saved that girl today. You can feel good about that.
Nietzsche once said, when you look long into an abyss, the abyss looks into you.
Creepy.
Nice day.
Someone has a stutter. It's like he described in the beginning. It's that footpath killer. That was one major thing about the profile that he mentioned about the footpath killer. Uh-oh. So that was a great start to our new series, Criminal Minds. I know my introduction was not the best for this video, but it was still a really good episode, and I hope that this series does great on the channel. I hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as I do. A couple things that stood out for me was I really enjoyed the introduction to the behavioral analysis team. We got to see a lot of how they function as a team and what they're good at and things like that. The one character so far that stood out for me is Elle Greenaway, that agent who was undercover when we first met her. She was my favorite out of the whole episode. I know she was more in the second half of the episode than anything, but once she came on screen and the way that she acted with the rest of the team, she kind of stood out for me, and so far, for now, she is my favorite. I know it's only the first episode, but she is pretty cool. I like her. She seems to be getting along well with the rest of the team. And she's not an official member of the team just yet. She mentioned that there's an opening that she's going for, so I'm hoping that we see more of her. And then, yeah, there's just not a lot to say about this first episode other than the fact that it was very entertaining. It was a great introduction to the show, and it was a great way to meet all of our characters. And a great setup for the entirety of the rest of the season. Those are just a couple of my thoughts. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts on this episode and the series as a whole without giving out any spoilers, please. Please like, subscribe, and share this video any way you can. It does help the channel grow, and it grows our community and helps to keep the channel going as well, and improves the algorithm to help get us noticed more. Let me know what you guys think of our new series, Criminal Minds, and I will see you all soon for the next video.